All right, and we are back for part 5 of Kathy Rain 2, continuing right now. So right at the end there, it brought up an update to the notebook. I just wanted to see... Investigate Rose at Engstrom.
I should try to learn more about Rose Taylor at Engstrom. Lucas told me she worked as a nurse there.
Okay, so I guess that's what we're doing first. There's another place. We're supposed to go to the poetry club, but I guess that's going to be open up tonight. I don't think that we need anything else in here.
I've already caught myself a little serial killer, haven't I? Your secret's safe with me.
Hey, Josh here. So, that print you asked me to run, apparently it belongs to an old lady called Tabitha Caldwell, 73 years old. Turns out that we grabbed her print in the 60s for violating some obscure state law about endangered plants. Apparently she owns a small flower shop now, Tabby's Garden. The address is 11 Pine Road. Hope this helps. Gotta go.
Very interesting. I should definitely check out that shop today.
Just making a note for myself about Tabitha Caldwell. That's the only message. I'm just double checking. Okay, there is another note. Kathy Rain needs to invent the Ring doorbell and then install it.
Another one of these. The Queen King of Two Suits longs for human connection and non-conformity, yet is caught in a painful loop of self-destruction. T. What is this cryptic nonsense? Somebody is messing with me.
I don't even have a guess as to that, and I hope that we're not meant to understand what that means yet. All right, otherwise, we are on the road. That style of riddle is always like, I have no idea. We'll have to see if we can piece that one together. I'm pessimistic on it. So we want to go to Engstrom.
God, this place makes me want to vomit. Okay, get a grip, Kathy. You can do this. Focus on the task at hand. Rose Taylor used to work here. Yeah, some creep is always watching in this place. Get out of here, poster. I don't need more encouragement to run for the exit. We care. Yeah, right. You care about our wallets, maybe. It's locked. Besides, I have no business back there. No need to pass the time. It's visitation hours right now.
And I'm sure that we can talk to attendant.
Oscar's means to stay hydrated.
Now I assume that man is named Oscar. And I probably don't want to interact with that button. Oh, that's my satchel.
Hey, Oscar.
Oh, wow, amiga. It's been a while, huh? I like the new hair. It pops.
Thanks, bud. They've got you on desk duty, huh?
Yeah, just recently. I don't mind. Got me addicted to crosswords, though.
Huh. I guess there are worse vices to succumb to. So, how is she?
Better. New meds, and she's moved down a security level, so, you know, progress.
All right, that's good news, I suppose.
You want to see her? I can buzz you in.
Maybe in a minute. I actually wanted to speak to you.
Sure. Happy to chat.
Gosh, where to start? Well, we're here about Rose Taylor specifically. But why don't we ask about, like, the place?
You're a big water drinker, huh?
Ever get a kidney stone? I have twice. Never again. I wouldn't wish that shit on my worst enemy.
I know someone who experienced kidney stones. It sounds horrifying.
I see that the Suits decided to add a slogan.
Sure did. I didn't see a need for it personally, but I guess those marketing people need to make a living too.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You should really do something about that magazine selection.
Preaching to the choir. Don't think I haven't tried.
So I hear that a certain Rose Taylor, the woman who was killed by the Soothsayer, used to work here? That right?
Yeah, that's public record. She was employed here a few years back.
All right. Did you know her? Why'd she leave?
Look, I can't go there. Company lawyers ain't messing around. They rip me apart if I leak something like that.
Come on, Oscar, how would they know?
Don't go too far, chica. I like you, but I like this job more.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
The killer? Man, nothing. I don't care for all that morbid stuff.
I'm actually not sure what else we might talk to him about.
Have you heard of Pyre?
Nope. That a band or something?
Not quite. It's a street drug.
Oh, that ain't my thing. A little Mary Jane on special occasions, maybe, but I don't touch the heavy stuff.
Have you been to the Club of Hearts?
I haven't. Should I?
Maybe if you had a hidden affection for poetry?
Can't say I'm inclined that way.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
No, I don't know her.
I just can't imagine that he's going to know that. We'll ask about anything that he's open to.
Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
Nah, I'm Catholic. That's Diablo shit, amiga. I'd be disowned by my family if I touch any of that.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Writer, wasn't she? Murdered by that killer?
Yeah, that's her.
Well, that's all I know. Haven't read any of her stuff.
What do you know about Jane Doe, the fourth Soothsayer victim?
I don't know anything about those killings, chica.
Okay, that's our big cross out.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I've heard of that name, yeah, but me and my family go to a different church.
Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
Doesn't ring a bell, no.
I don't want to ask him about that. I don't want to ask him about that.
Okay, I think that's it, unless there's something that I missed. We could ask about the door and the button. That might take us back to see Mom, but I feel like that's probably what we want to do.
Can you buzz me in?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
$326 days, Catherine.
I know. It's been a while, Mom.
326 days and 22 hours, to be exact.
I heard you. It's not like you make it easy to come here.
Oh, you're the victim, are you? Boo-hoo, my mom won't treat me like a princess when I bother to show up.
I'm not doing this again. Can we have a normal conversation? You know, act like we're family for once?
Fine. No reason to squabble. I see that you changed your hair. Again.
Sure did. I'm guessing you absolutely adore it, right?
You know, I'm old-fashioned, honey. I adore what you hide under those clown colors. The gorgeous jet black that your father gave you.
You know my only rule, Mom. Don't mention him. Please.
Of course, how dare I. Did you bring my royals then?
No, Mom. They stopped selling those. Other Rockports are around, but not the purple ones. They're out of circulation.
Lies and excuses. You can't even be bothered to get your own mother some goddamn smokes, can you?
Maybe next time, okay? I'm told that you're doing better. Is that right?
I guess. Earned myself some small freedoms. I've been handling my temper well. And these new pills, they keep me grounded.
That's great, Mom. You'll be out of here one day.
One day. One day. One day.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Can I ask you about some other things?
Huh? Sure. Go ahead, honey.
Kind of amazed that we can start asking about any of this stuff.
Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
Why? I've raised you better than to bother with superstitious nonsense like that.
Mom, I had a big experience that made me a lot more superstitious than I used to be. I don't know how she would possibly know about a brand new street drug.
Have you heard of Pyre?
I don't even know what that is.
Are you familiar with the Club of Hearts?
Is that supposed to be a joke? You know my clubbing days are over.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
No, I don't know that name.
I don't want to ask her about that.
The only reason is that, like, she was really old. I mean, much older than Mom. I just didn't know if for some reason, somehow, they ever crossed paths. She's not going to know Rachel.
Have you been following the news about the Soothsayer killings?
Not in detail. We've got enough misery in here to worry about.
You've read Deborah Sinclair, right, Mom?
I guess. 1 or 2 books. Been years now, though.
Did you hear that she was one of the Soothsayer victims?
Oh, really now? I guess this killer doesn't discriminate.
Do you know anything about Jane Doe? The young woman that the Soothsayer burned alive?
Burned alive? Jesus! I have enough morbid things on my mind. Poor girl.
Do you know anything about Benedict Townsend? He was one of the Soothsayer victims.
No, I know nothing about him.
Have you heard of the King of Kings Catholic Church?
Why? Have you had a religious epiphany? Is it that aggravating Christian girl putting delusions in your head?
Her name is Eileen, Mom, and she's not like that. Just forget it.
All right. We know that Rose Taylor is the topic that we're moving towards. I just figured that we would maybe wear down her impatience a little bit.
What do you know about Eric Holloway, the second Soothsayer victim?
Look, you better ask somebody else about these murders. I don't know jack squat.
Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
No, I don't.
And just wouldn't it be amazing if we did ask her about this random neighbor at a building that she's probably never been to? Oh, Rachel? Oh, yeah, no, she actually visits 3 times a week. She's a much better daughter than you are.
I don't want to ask her about that.
Okay, let's ask about Rose Taylor.
So, I hear that a woman by the name of Rose Taylor used to work here.
You heard right. Quite a piece of work, that lady. A shame she got herself sliced up, though.
Quite a piece of work, was she? How so?
Oh my, I recognize that tone of voice. How we come across the real reason you're here,
Yeah, Mom. You're right. You caught me. Are you gonna help me or not?
That depends. Are you gonna be a good girl and get me my fucking royals?
Jesus, Mom, relax. I told you they're discontinued. I can't give you cigarettes that don't exist.
Doubling down on that horse shit, are you? I've had enough of this. You know my price. Get me my smokes. Then we'll talk about Rose.
In that case, I kind of feel, hey, Mom, I had a great day out at the park, aside from the near assault.
I don't want to show that to her.
I really want to show that to her, though.
Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
Why?
I don't want to show that to her. I don't want to show that to her.
And I can't imagine any other thing in here. Handwritten note number 2. Again, I don't think.
I don't want to show that to her.
Obsidian shard.
I don't want to show that to her.
We're probably not allowed to give her sharps. And then the brochure.
I don't want to show that to her.
No, I think we're done here. She wants smokes and nothing more.
I'm gonna go now, Mom. But I'll be back soon, okay?
If you say so, honey.
We're just going to wait. I just wanted to check in with Oscar just in case we have any new dialogue options.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Among other things, we have to figure out how to get these purple cigarettes.
Do you know Rockport Royals, the cigarettes?
I've heard the name, sure, but tobacco ain't my thing.
I can't imagine that he would have anything to say about any of my inventory items, so I think we are done here.
Thanks. I should get going.
Anytime. See you around.
Now, there was a cigarette machine downtown, but Kathy was like, oh, this is all garbage. It might have been an older machine, I don't know. Why don't we go check there? Because that's the only place that I have seen... Wait, where's downtown? That's the only place that I've seen cigarettes for sale.
Surprise, surprise, all out of Rockport Royal. Not a shocker. They've been out of circulation for a while now. I'll take a pack of Rockport White, though. Maybe I can get it close enough to fool Mom? Oh, and come to think of it... Didn't I see an ad for Rockport Royal in one of the papers? Maybe that can help.
Well, if we're going to dig through the inventory and look at the newspaper, let's not do it in the rain.
Nah, I'm broke, and there's nothing I want to pawn. Bulky looking thing. Guess that's a necessity in a neighborhood like this. You know, you're really downtown.
Okay, we heard that before. Okay, if we can't go inside, then let's take a look. So, we do have a pair of scissors. Maybe we use scissors on newspaper articles? Turbo dealer, Moon Lotus, storage unit. Sorry, let me just go back one. What was this down here? Hamilton Funeral. Moe's Pawn, shortened space. The Regal Choice, is this? No, that's not Rockport Royals. Still no. Pest Control. Rockport Royal.
There's that ad. The description might be useful.
Okay, in what way, though? Savor the timeless elegance of lavender, peppermint, and cinnamon. Let me make a quick note of this. Lavender, peppermint, cinnamon. Do you think that's it? That seems like too little, but why don't we go back? Oh, wait, maybe we can color them with our markers. That seems extremely toxic. Like ultra poisonous. Tabby's Garden. Right, that's Tabitha's place. But let's go back to the psychiatric facility. Because we have a blue and a red.
I think I've got the shape of the coloring close enough, but the hue isn't quite right. Should be close enough. Let's just hope Mom isn't wearing her reading glasses when I get back.
And I'm not cutting out the newspaper thing then, is that correct? I don't think so. Am I allowed to just walk back here, or do we need Oscar to let us in?
It has to be unlocked from the front desk first. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Oh, wait, the door.
Can you buzz me in?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Back already. Ain't I spoiled? I was expecting to have to wait another year to see my only daughter again.
Nice to see you too, Mom. I brought you some smokes, Mom. Just like you wanted.
Good. Hand 'em over. What is this? Some cheap knockoff? Smell ain't right. Get me some real Royals.
Sure thing, Mom.
Okay, so we have to actually mimic that flavor. The lavender we know that we can get in What's-Her-Face's place, because that was the solution to another puzzle. Peppermint and cinnamon? All I remember is that Kathy Rain had a spice rack in her kitchen.
I'm gonna go now, Mom.
If you say so, hun.
And I'm kind of inclined to stay on this. I don't know how far away Engstrom is from her office, but I feel like if we go to Tabitha's, that's going to be a whole new adventure. Let's head back to Rain Investigations. I may not remember everything that we interact with, but the spice rack.
This cinnamon might come in handy. Got it.
Okay, can we combine cinnamon with cigarettes?
All right, let's see here. Okay, I've spiced up the tobacco, but I think it needs a couple more ingredients.
Now, I want to say that we did encounter something else that mentioned peppermint, but I could be completely wrong. Let's get the lavender, since that's the next thing that we know. Unless the cops are there. Probably want to investigate that broken forensic seal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rockport Royals contain lavender. I'll take some and see what I can do with it.
Outside of just rubbing this against the pack, I couldn't even guess.
Not a bad idea. The flavor would fit Rockport Royal, but the ingredient is too damp. The smokes will get all soggy if I did it like this.
I don't have a good prediction on how to dry out lavender, except to just wait. And as far as the peppermint goes, I feel like we encountered something at some point that mentioned peppermint, but since I'm not thinking of it, let's go to Tabby's, because maybe I'm misremembering and there'll be something peppermint related here.
Always liked the look of those. I hear maintenance is a bitch, though. Wouldn't be a proper flower shop without some handmade floral arrangements for sale. Holy shit.
She didn't say very much, but that was obsidian mirrors that she noticed.
Those look dusty and smudged compared to the obsidian ones. Guess the latter are more popular. I was gonna tell a joke about those, but I'm afraid it wouldn't hold water. Cute. Reminds me a bit of those Japanese cherry trees. Is that actual wallpaper in a frame? Sure looks like it.
Phone. Let's examine phone in a second.
Nah, my brown thumb is chronic. You can never go wrong with cacti, but this gal's broke. Various seeds for decorative and edible plants. Seems to be a cash-only business. Ceramic pots in different shapes and sizes. A varied bunch of potted plants. Nothing stands out to me.
Well, as I clicked on this, the mint stands out to me.
I'm sure a few little leaves won't be missed.
Okay, am I allowed to do this now, or...
Not a bad idea.
Okay, how do you dry lavender?
Not a bad idea. The flavor would fit rock.
Wait, the mint leaves are also too damp? I assumed lavender was because it was out in the rain. Yeah, okay.
I wish that made a difference for me, but nope, still broke.
Maybe we cut up the ingredients with scissors, even though the lavender looks like it's already been diced. Ground up.
Not a bad herb for cooking. I know Eileen uses it in her chicken stew. Friggin' delicious. Various hanging plants. Mostly for the outdoors, I think.
I'm concerned I don't want to click here and try to go to the back room. Tabitha might have a problem with that.
Nice tree, but no match for Mildred. That little menace could claw down a Douglas fir if she put her mind to it.
Yeah, Mildred's the cat. All right. Bottles we did not look at.
Decorative bottles. Indian style, I think. A landline and a shop. No surprises there. Hi there.
Hello, and what? Wait, you look familiar. Have we met?
No. I'd remember that.
Oh, never mind then. What can I do for you, youngin'?
Well, she sells the obsidian mirrors.
I see that you have scrying mirrors for sale.
Ah, yes. Those are always popular. High quality, exquisite design, made from genuine, locally mined obsidian.
Ah, cool. You sell a lot of these then?
Well, this ain't a big business. Maybe a dozen a month or so. Things have picked up lately, too. Not sure why.
The Soothsayer uses scrying mirrors, doesn't he? That might be why?
Oh, really? I suppose that would explain things. I'm too old to stay up to date with this latest newspaper boogeyman.
Boogeyman, huh? You think the Soothsayer murders are blown out of proportion?
Well, child, how many stiffs we talking about?
5, I think. So far.
Nothing but a bad weekend in the projects. When our boys drop like flies, you can bet those hysterical ink slingers ain't nowhere to be found.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
Child, don't you try and rile up this mama with all that nasty business.
What else would we want to know about? We're here because her fingerprints were on the mirror, but now we have reason to believe that that's because she sold it. I don't know which of these would get us closer to that topic.
Have you heard of a street drug called pyre?
Lord have mercy. Why you asking an old black lady about drugs? I look like a banger?
Oh, of course not.
Well, then you better change the subject.
Let's ask about the King of Kings. It's a place that we keep asking about, and nobody's like, oh, I've heard of it, but I don't go to that church.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not. My people, we're Lutheran.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair, the latest Soothsayer victim?
Young'un, I'm a florist. I know nothing about those poor people.
Have you been to the Azure Sky Motel?
No, I haven't heard of that place.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
No, I don't know nobody by that name.
Are you familiar with the Club of Hearts?
No, I haven't heard of a place like that.
I don't want to ask her about that. You're Tabby, right?
I am. Tabitha Caldwell, but everybody calls me Tabby. Flower Tabby.
I see. Have you had this place long?
40-something years. Why? You looking to enter the business?
Oh, God, no. I kill everything I touch. That would be an abject disaster.
No such thing as hopeless. And you better believe my precious nephews tried to prove me wrong.
Isn't "that would be an abject disaster" the exact phrase the priest used when he was like, "Be sure to hand me the correct tools"?
Do you know Rockport Royal, the cigarettes?
I'm familiar. I prefer my own roll-ups, though.
Oh, neat. So you grow your own tobacco?
Of course. Anything Flower Tabby can grow herself, she does.
Does that help us? Can I ask her about the lavender and mint? Some way to combine them with the cigarettes?
I don't want to show that to her.
Hey, we stole your mint leaves.
Ugh, no, I wish I could pay for this, but I'm not joking about being broke. I don't want to show that to her. Ugh, no, I wish I could pay for this.
Oh, so we straight stole it then. That's weird. We already had one. Whatever. Oh, T for Tabitha, do you think? Hold on, let's go back to the first note.
I don't want to show that to her.
Really? I mean, I just put that together.
I don't want to show that to her.
I would want to see a sample of her handwriting. I mean, there's many names that start with T, but that's just kind of intense.
I guess I could confront her about the fingerprint, but I think I'll play it cool for now. Tabitha doesn't know what I'm up to yet. I should use that to my advantage for as long as I can.
Well, Kathy, you're the one who decided to start talking about the Soothsayer. All I asked about was the obsidian mirrors, and she's like, oh yeah, we've been selling a lot of those lately. I wonder why. And then Kathy Brain was immediately like, oh, it has to do with the Soothsayer. You know, that serial killer? All right, let's look around. We've already asked about this twice. I think we're just going to get the same thing.
I see that you have scrying mirrors for sale.
Ah, yes.
Ah, cool.
Well, this ain't...
The Soothsayer uses scrying.
Oh, really?
Watering cans, pink plant, mint?
I don't want to ask her about that.
I don't know anything about how to dry out and add mint to cigarettes.
I've always liked the look of these little trees, but they take a lot of work, don't they?
Oh, I declare. I would only recommend such a hobby for someone who is both meticulous and diligent.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with cacti. These cacti are cute.
Aren't they? 3 for 2 right now. Only $9.99.
Tempting. I'll think about it.
New mission. We want to get Kathy Brain and cacti. She keeps talking about them.
I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to ask her about that.
Really, no small talk about the flower arrangements.
I don't want to ask her about that.
Or anything in her shop. The seeds?
I don't want to ask her about
Oh
that.
my god, Kathy.
I don't want to.
Okay, how about the back room?
What's in the back?
Weird question. That's none of your concern.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
What's in the cash register?
Is this place cash only?
Yes, call me old-fashioned, but it's worked fine for 40 years, and I ain't about to change now.
I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to ask her about that.
Not even to know what it is. So do we have anything else? So Kathy wants to play it cool. Okay, this is the fancy mirror. I could show her the one that I got from Meadow.
Oh dear, what is this? Painted glass on a plastic frame?
Yeah, I got this for free, actually.
Well, I ain't surprised. If you're looking for some actual craftsmanship, you're at the right place.
I don't know what we'd show her scissors for.
I don't want to show that.
I
don't want to show that.
kind of feel like we've done everything here. What is Kathy waiting on? Maybe we need something more from Mom, but I don't know what to do with the lavender and mint leaves between then. We can't show her the handwritten note for some reason. Lady, do you care about brochures for rangers?
I don't want to show that to her.
No? Camera, lockpick, Zippo lighter, stun gun. These things mean nothing to her.
I don't want to show...
And we talked about every topic. Okay, I think that's it then.
Thanks. I'll go browse some more.
You do that. I'll be here.
Some mint leaves that I procured at Tabby's garden. They smell nice and fresh. Lavender collected outside Deborah's cabin.
But damp. Can I cut up the mint leaves?
I don't want to cut that up. I don't want to cut that up.
Now, this is also marked as being very sharp.
What am I even trying to do here?
I don't know, Kathy. You said it was really sharp.
Let's keep things more sensible than that. Not a bad idea. The flavor would fit Rockport Royal.
If I did it like this. Okay, so I'm not sure about that. So our options are we can go home to Mom, but we don't have her cigarettes ready. We've asked Tabitha every question I can imagine. I mean, short of just going down the whole list. Let's do that, maybe. I'm not sure.
Hey, I just had a couple of...
Yes?
I don't want to show that to her.
We've already asked her about the notes. Did we show her the photo?
I don't want to...
And then we did get a response out of the plastic mirror, and then none of the rest of this stuff. Okay, we must be done. I mean, that's it. We asked her, as far as I can tell, every other thing in the whole shop.
Thanks.
You do that.
And I don't know if she's distractible. I don't think we're going to be allowed to just walk into the back room.
I don't have any business back there. Nice tree, but no...
So do we just leave? I think so, but where would we go next?
I need to mimic the flavor of Rockport Royal somehow.
Well, we know the ingredients. It's just a matter of combining them. Get Rockport Royals, investigate the flower shop.
I should look for clues about the Soothsayer in this flower shop. The fact that the owner left a print on the shard I found in Deborah's cabin is pretty damning. Hey.
Yes?
Yeah, she did not have a strong reaction to anything that we asked her about. And then the only other thing that I can think of to do would be to just try the obsidian shard again.
Tabitha doesn't know what I'm up to yet. Thanks. I'll go browse some.
You do that.
Various seeds for decorative and edible plants.
I feel like we leave. I feel like there's no other action for us to take here.
Not so fast. There were 4 mirrors when you came in. Now there's 3. You ain't gonna rob an old lady, are you?
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was carrying that thing.
No harm done. Yet, I'd hate for the 2 of us to have a problem.
Sorry, let me go back. Get obsidian mirror. Oh, are we saying, do I put back the fake mirror? Because from over there, she won't notice that it's garbage. So now we can just go. Okay, so now we have a real obsidian mirror. Do we bring that to Meadows, do you think? She said that she was not interested in doing the scrying session with us because she was already booked up. But maybe if we show her a real obsidian mirror, and if anybody's going to know how to combine these ingredients into cigarettes, it's going to be either Meadow or whatever the drug dealer's name is, who I keep thinking is Sinclair and it's not. Let's go to Meadows.
Enter.
Welcome back, Pilgrim.
Hey, thanks. So I've upgraded that mirror you gave me.
Hooked on scrying already? This is a lovely piece. Very potent.
Okay, that wasn't as helpful as I'd hoped.
I don't want to show that to her. I don't want to show that to her. I don't want to show that to her.
Try the brochure?
I don't want to show that to her.
And we've already shown her every other thing. Maybe the obsidian shard.
What do you make of this?
Oh, my goodness.
What?
This is thoroughly infused with trauma, highly destructive energy. Be very careful with it.
I think that's it. Yeah, we asked her about that, and that, and that, and that.
Okay, gotta go.
Bye now.
I do like that we at least got to get a little bit more, like, conversation. Now, Kathy's dealer, we were just downtown. He's not there. He's not going to be there until night at the earliest. We've gone to Tabby's garden. We can go back to the psychiatric facility, but without the cigarettes, I don't know what the purpose of that is. Meadows trailer. I don't know what Rachel would possibly have for us. We went here, and the super fan, Ryan, or whatever his name is gone. City Library. Do you have any books on how to flavor cigarettes? No reason to go here that I can think of, and then we can go talk to Eileen. Let's go, and the last time that we talked to Eileen, we then called her from home and got even more information.
Hey, E, one more thing.
Yeah?
We didn't know about smoking.
Does the name Tabitha Caldwell mean anything to you?
I don't think so. Should it?
Probably not. I don't want to ask her about that.
Can I show it to her?
I don't want to show that to I don't want to show. I don't want to show. What's your opinion on art?
He's a great journalist, but I've been disappointed with some of his opinions about my faith.
Yeah, I see what you mean. He seems intolerant. I used to be that way too until, well, somebody I know broadened my horizons.
I'm glad to hear that, Kathy.
This is a nice place you've got here.
I guess. Beats the basement office we had before.
I think that's it.
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
Wait, did I show her the upgraded mirror?
Hey, E.
Yeah? Wow, is that it?
Yep, the Soothsayer used one just like this. I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you.
And I can't imagine that Art is going to have anything to say about this, but if anybody else here, I mean, he's the only other person here.
I don't want to show that to him.
No, and he's not going to care about any other thing that I've got. If we show him the shard, that's just evidence that he can use in his own version of this investigation. So that seems senseless.
Looks like Eileen printed some business cards for herself.
I can't think of a reason to go back to the library. Maybe we go back to the psychiatric facility with the ingredients and we talk with, what's his face? Oscar? Who's the guy at the front desk? Oscar.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
I don't want to show that to him. I don't want to.
No, absolutely nothing.
Thanks.
Anytime.
So I mean, we can go into the back room and we can like interact with Mom, but she's going to see us putting the ingredients onto it. I really feel like this has to be done first. However, just so that we're not... Have you ever done that thing where you're like, oh, that'll never work, and then you wind up running around for a million years because you didn't try the one thing that you just dismissed out of hand? Let's just go talk to Mom with the cigarettes in hand.
Oh,
Yeah?
Oh, wait, we want to do this and this.
can you buzz me?
Sure.
Thanks.
And the other possibility is maybe I need to reread that description. It had the 3 ingredients, but... And then absolutely nothing.
I don't want to show them. I don't want. I brought you some.
Good.
And then she complains that they're not the right kind.
What is this?
I'm gonna go.
If you...
I figured it was worth a shot just in case, like, well, they've been in my pocket next to lavender and mint, so maybe they picked up some of the scent. I cannot imagine a thing that we would ask him about. So I know this is a really deep cut, but the only other thing that I can think of is maybe she can dry out... Maybe there's something at her home she can use to dry out the herbs, and for whatever reason I was just thinking that the laminator might get hot.
It's a plastic laminator.
But that coats things in plastic. I just thought that... I don't know, that's probably dumb. Do we have like a microwave or something? I don't feel like microwaving these herbs is a very smart idea. But I also don't think that having Kathy turn on the stove is a good idea.
Standard electric oven. Barely used.
Although the oven is a new idea. What if we put this into the oven?
Might as well dry out both the mint and lavender. Let's see here. All right, nice and dry.
Why was the mint wet? Or did we, like, cook it a little bit to just completely dry it out? Yeah, now they're dried. Okay.
Getting close now, but I think it's still missing one last thing. Now that's the smell of Rockport Royal.
Kathy, why are these cigarettes all covered in dust? What are these little shards on here? Why do they taste like lint? I don't know why my head went to turn on the laminator. In my head, it was turn on the laminator, let it warm up, and then leave the paper of herbs on top of it, and then it would like blow hot, dry air onto them. I don't know why that was in my head and not, oh, the oven. I guess I just forgot that she had an oven. I said microwave on the way in. Let's go back to Engstrom.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Oh, Buzz.
Can you buzz me in?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay, Mom, here's your smokes.
I brought you some smokes, Mom. Just like you wanted.
Good. Hand them over. Well, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No. A real breeze. You got your wish. Rose?
What's your obsession with her anyway?
It's complicated, just work stuff. I held up my end. Your turn.
Well, Rose was a bully. Pure and simple. She got a kick out of the power she held over us. I was over the moon when they finally fired that bitch.
Fired, huh? For the bullying?
Nah, she got caught fucking a patient. Apparently it had been going on for a while, too. She got the boot the next day.
Oh, wow. So, who is the patient? Is he still around?
I don't know. Happened in a different ward, supposedly.
All right. That's useful info. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. So, I guess that's that then.
What do you mean?
No reason for you to stay. You're gonna fuck off for another year, aren't you?
Keep this shit up and I just might.
You will. You're no daughter of mine. I didn't want to see it at first, but you're not her.
That's real nice.
You're an imposter. A fake. My Catherine would do everything in her power to get me out.
I can't deal with this. Nurse, we're done here.
Yeah, nurse, time to get this Jezebel out of here!
Take care of yourself, Mom. Christ. She had me fooled for a while, but it's still the same old mom.
That little voice crack at the end when Kathy said goodbye to her mom.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
A little bird told me that Rose was fired for a relationship with a patient. Sound familiar?
Dios mío, are you trying to put me out of a job? I can't talk about that. The guy isn't even a patient here anymore. Just let it go.
He's not? Why? Discharged? Transferred? Dead?
Oh, fuck my stupid mouth. No, I'm not saying anymore. Get out of here. This shit ain't appropriate.
Well, I guess that's that. It's getting late. I better get back to the office and have something to eat before the club opens. All right, I better head to the Club of Hearts. Hannah Verdu awaits.
Take a second to pat Mildred.
Looking for something to pounce on? Oh, I bet.
All right, and I think we'll call it there for part 5. However, before we go, most of the narrative-based games that we play here are episodic, so they have these sort of built-in moments where you can pause and look back on the adventure so far and talk about what's happened. Since this game is not episodic, I just wanted to take a few moments here, now that we've played about 5 hours, to share some thoughts, because I'm really, really enjoying this. I don't think that detective game is as much a genre as it is just sort of a framing device, sort of a theme in a lot of video games, but if we were to sort of agree on a definition of detective game, I think it would be a lot about this, where there's not really a lot of action to it, but it's a lot of conversation and reading and remembering details, paying very careful attention, and then taking the information that you learn and bringing that forward to sort of piece together the disparate elements to form a truth that you can understand that other characters in the story might not have uncovered. I'm really enjoying that so far, and the time that we spent reading through the newspaper articles and then talking with people, it just feels like a real puzzle game where it's not push the box onto the pressure plate, but rather, how do we solve this quiz, for example? That was the first point in the game that I really was like, I was stumped. I mean, I really thought that we were going to have to pause and look something up, which I want to note here. I am not above on the one condition that I would share with you guys if I needed to look up that information. And I absolutely thought we were there. I was so completely out of ideas at that time. And then, like any good detective story, there it is, literally staring me right in the face. That photograph of her holding her cup of tea with the caption. And I was reading every other word on that entire page except for the picture of the woman staring directly out at me with her drink in hand. The lavender was... That was another aha moment of when we went back. I was like, I had made that mental note that the lavender was there and that Kathy commented on how it smelled. That's a classic adventure game tell. And then as soon as it happened, it fell completely out. And I'm glad to have shown that process of checking and rechecking and rechecking again. Like, I know I'm missing something. And I even incepted myself into believing that I'd seen that exact phrase someplace about relaxing in the hammock. That for a time felt so familiar, and I was like, where did I place this? Where did I place this? And the answer is nowhere, or some completely other thing, because that was not a quote anywhere in the story, and instead it was putting together these other elements. I'm just glad that I got a chance to show that, because there's been other times in this game where I've gotten unimaginably lucky. That part where Kathy was in the cabin and the cop was coming up the stairs, I don't know how I got that on my first try. The fact that it occurred to me to re-lock the door, I want to be very careful not to spoil other unrelated games, but there was a similar moment in a different game where it turned out that was a way to buy yourself a few moments, and that flickered into my head so immediately. I was like, lock the door. And then I was like, he's just going to come around to the windows. So I'm thinking to myself, I have to escape out the back. There is no back. There's no button prompt for the back. I can't. It's just this one room. So I don't know, click on the couch. And she ducked behind the couch. And it just felt like it was an incredibly fortunate series of events that I got that on the first try. It was a lot of fun and very, very exhilarating. So I continue to enjoy this game a great deal. And yeah, that's it. We are going to call it here for part 5. And we'll see you again, I think, in just mere moments for part 6. And I can't wait to see what happens next.